website's votegleason.com. Voteforgleason.com.
Number 4.
With the number 4. Thank you. If there's one thing you take away from that is that the grassroots needs help.
Yes.
So if you come away from this event with one thing, is help a grassroots candidate in your area. School board, county commission, state rep, somebody. And bring a friend too, even if it's a couple hours of door knocking. Help out the grassroots, they really need it. Before I forget, I just wanted to thank Jose and his wife Ampy for hosting us on this property.
Thank you.
They're great people. They have a school, Hope Ranch up the street that helps a lot of kids. They have the My Gun Academy teaching people how to use their Second Amendment rights and be safe with guns. And they let us use this property for the past, I think, 5 years. So we really thank you for everything you guys do. I also wanted to thank the Second Amendment Club guys. I don't know where they're at. They're probably smoking a cigarette in the back. But I just want to thank them for coming year after year, keeping the range safe and helping us out so we can do some shooting. Just wanted to thank the volunteers too. Raise your hand if you're a volunteer helping out. I want to thank them. My treasurer, Kathy, behind me, helping me run this thing. So our next speaker is our fearless leader, the chairman of the RLC of Florida, Tom Vail.
Thank you, Nathan. Thank you, everybody. Glad you're here. Who appreciates the Second Amendment?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, obviously everybody knows that's why we have a country now, right?
Yes.
So you see, what?
What's left of it?
Yeah, what's left of it? Well, that's why we're here. Okay, who here is a leader? Let me ask you, who's a leader? No, you're wrong. All of you are leaders. You're here because you're a leader. You really are. You're a leader in your community, in your family, in your neighborhood, your friends, your church, wherever, because you care about what happens with our country. Is this thing working right? It feels like it's going on and off. Can I just shout?
No, it's good.
Is that okay? Okay. It's hard to hold it and get excited. So, whenever I come to an event, I wonder how much I should be political and how much I should be Christian. And when I hear an opening prayer like that, I've got a Christian foundation. I didn't live my life that way. I can't claim that. But I've been a political activist for about 6-7 years. When I first came to Florida, Election Day actually in 2018, I said, I'm going to do something here. There were people campaigning on a main road holding signs, so I stopped to talk to them. Get involved in the Republican Party. I said, Republican Party? Why? They're not doing the right thing. Have you noticed that? So he said, yeah, that's what you have to do. So I did, and after a couple of years, I was elected treasurer, then vice chair. And long story, I'm not going to get into it, but I'm not that anymore. I didn't plan to be the chair of the Republican Liberty Caucus. Had no plan for that whatsoever. I was just working in my county, just being an ordinary guy. And I think of myself as an ordinary guy. And that's why I said, you all are leaders. Everybody here is a leader. And you need to take advantage of that. Use it. Are you telling people around you who to vote for, who to trust, who to believe? If you're not, start doing it. And if you are doing it, do more of it. Do it in your church.
I do it everywhere I go.
Do it everywhere you go.
Everywhere. I'm sorry, do you mind if I talk to you for a minute about the midterms?
Yeah, be an evangelist. So, Nathan mentioned our principles here. Conscience of the Republican Party, grassroots volunteers, individual rights, limited government, free enterprise. That's really our values. That's what we have to do. The Republican Party, they should be telling everybody that. And I've watched this all my life. I'm almost 70 now. I grew up in the shadow of the U.S. Capitol, actually.
That's a sign.
I hope it's a good sign. Was it Hillary or Obama? They were standing. All the American flags fell down while they were doing the speech.
Obama.
Was it Obama?
I
Yeah.
think so.
But anyway, we've got the greatest country on earth, as messed up as it is now. I've lived in China for a short time. I've lived in Thailand for about 5 years. In Thailand, I lived through 2 coups and 2 new constitutions. Okay? You're only allowed to have a gun in Thailand if you're a military or a criminal. Yeah, well, kind of like here. But when they were going through this coup, between the coup and the Constitution was like 2 or 3 years. And their Constitution, the last Constitution had 1,000 pages. So who reads that? Maybe Nancy Pelosi after the law's passed. But they said during this period, this interim period, you can't have a meeting of more than 3 people. They don't want people to get together and talk about how can we fix our country? How can we preserve our freedom? What little bit of freedom they have over there. And the same thing in China. I was over there for business reasons. And the people in China do not like their government. Can you believe that? So I was over there just when Obama was president. We gave money to Taiwan for F-16s or something. I can't remember the whole deal. So I asked the people there, people that I knew, I said, what do you think about this help in Taiwan? China thinks Taiwan is part of China. Taiwan thinks they're not. So these people I'm having lunch with, they say, well, we're hoping that Taiwan comes to rescue us. So don't believe what you hear in the news. First time I went to China, I'm thinking, oh, these people don't like Americans. They love Americans because they remember what the Japanese did to them in World War II. The Japanese were terrible. Ordinary Chinese people love Americans. So they've got a spirit of freedom like we do. They just can't do anything about it. We can't lose the freedom we have here. So we look at the Republican Party, and I've been looking at them for decades and saying, what's going on here? It's up to us, people like us, people that are here now preserving our freedom. Second Amendment, freedom of speech. We have to protect that. I hate to say this, but it's unavoidable, and you all know it. The Republican establishment exists to preserve itself. They're not there to preserve our freedom. Whatever they want, money, power, prestige, whatever, it's not freedom. It's not, well, liberty, freedom. Is there a difference? So it's up to people like us. We call ourselves grassroots, patriots, MAGA, America First. People that care about the country. It's up to us. How do we make a change?
Vote different.
Get involved.
Well, that's the best answer. Get involved. So as chairman of Republican Liberty Caucus, I'm trying to go around the state. I'm trying to get to every county in the state this year and say we need more people to get involved. I didn't plan on this. I didn't plan on running for office. I ran for state house and I ran for supervisor of elections in Lake County. I didn't plan to do that. But I saw there's nobody else good doing it.
That's right.
And the people that are doing it are not the right people. They're not doing the right thing.
That's right.
Running for office, it's tough. It takes a lot out of you. It basically bankrupted me, ruined my business because I'm taking care of my campaign instead of my business. And I'm still doing that, now for a different purpose, not for my personal campaign. I'm looking at things in a bigger picture, and that's what I'm trying to tell you today. The big picture, saving our country. It starts here,
Yes.
this town, this community,
Yes.
this precinct. We've got to get good people at the bottom levels. Get people elected to city council, county board, whatever local offices you have, tax districts, community development districts, whatever there is. Look it up in your county. There's people from Pasco here, right?
Yep.
But I think some other counties. I know there's Hillsborough, Pinellas. Look in your county. What's going on? Look at all the openings. In my county, there's 34 seats open at county level. 2022, when I ran for state house, there were 21 offices at the county level. 21. Not county, state, just county level. 21 offices. 14 were unopposed. You know what that means? When that person qualifies, automatically elected, it never goes to the ballot. You've got to look at these lower level races.
Yes.
You've got to look at appointed positions in your
Yes.
county
Yes.
because they're stepping stones
Yes.
to political office.
Yes.
Look at that. Pay attention to it. Go to the meetings. Go to the workshops. That's where the real work gets done. Look behind the scenes. Who's paying for things? Campaign finance contributions are just one part of it. But all the organizations that go tell your school board what to do, your county board, your city council, this is how you should do things. These people, the elected people that is, most of them have no clue when they get elected. Some of them still have no clue. When I ran for state house, I had no clue. And people start telling me, and I started thinking about it, yeah, I don't have a clue. I get up to Tallahassee, if I were to be elected, there's going to be 1,000 bills, 1,000 issues I know nothing about. Who's going to tell me what to do? The paid lobbyists. I don't hear God's voice. I wish I did. It would help me a lot. The paid lobbyists are up there telling us what to do. So how do we counter that? It's got to be grassroots voices. You've got to take action. You've got to get involved. Republican Liberty Caucus is a good way to do it. This group here in Pasco is one of the best in the state. It's not the only good one. There's a couple of others. Mine in Lake County, small group, not very effective. I'm trying to build that up this year. I've been chair for about a year now and trying to overcome the inertia of not doing anything. It's tough. We've got 67 counties right now. 67 counties, obviously. But we've got 18 chapters around the state. That leaves a lot of empty space.
Yeah, it does.
So I'm working on that. I'm traveling around the state. Thank you for having me here to say this today. I got a couple more things before you get the hook out and pull me off. So somebody mentioned get out the vote. That's critical. You guys have got to tell your neighbors. You got to tell them who to vote for. You got to tell them when to vote. I can't tell you how many people said they were supporting me, asked me when to vote, and I had to tell them it was last week.
Right.
I lost the primary because you weren't there. You got to get people to the primary. This is a Republican state. I've got a graphic in my car. I should have brought it. 67 counties, I think it's like 62 are predominantly Republican registration. So Republicans are going to get elected. It's up to us to pick out which Republicans. It starts in the primary. You got to get them elected in the primary. If they get elected in the primary, chances are they win the general. People pay attention to the general most of the time. They don't pay attention to primaries, and the establishment wants it that way. So get out the vote. What can you do? Tell your friends and neighbors. Do candidate recommendation cards. You've got to do that. However way you do that, get them handed out somehow. Take your ballot. Take pictures of it. Send it to all your friends. Do you get sample ballots in the email here?
Yes.
Okay. I get them in my county. Every supervisor of elections has a little bit of difference in what they do. But mark your ballot. Take a picture of it. Send it to your friends.
Yeah.
A voter can take these things into the polling place. You can't take it in there, but the voter can. Every voter can take something to guide them how to vote. Use it as much as you can. Let's see. Okay, big thing that I'm trying to do with Republican Liberty Caucus this year. Okay, they said we go lobby. Yes, we go lobby. Oh, please, pass this bill for us. I want to change that. I want committees now writing legislation, Second Amendment, health and medical freedom, elections, stopping Islam.
Yeah!
Islam sucks.
We thought communism was the biggest danger.
No.
It's not. It's a danger. It's undermining our country. It has been for decades. Islam will destroy us.
Yeah, right.
And we're right at the brink.
That's right.
We've got to stop it.
Muslims got elected in 2024 across this nation.
That's because 1991.
Every Muslim is a child of God. They need to be brought to Jesus.
Amen.
That's right.
Absolutely. Yes.
We're on the front line.
So it's not just making laws against them, evangelize
Bring
them.
them to Christ.
They believe in Jesus. They just don't know who he is.
It's true. Very true.
Look at every angle. Zoning, Sharia law, subsidized education. Okay, I think I just saw yesterday they're trying to cut off the education subsidies to these Muslim schools. Our children have been indoctrinated with communism for the last, 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
Don't let them be indoctrinated with Islam.
Hello.
It's a death cult. We've got to stop it. So when you post that, they're probably going to come after me. But They will. We've got to stop that. But it's up to us. It's really a political issue. They're a political death cult. Don't forget that. Don't be fooled into the fact that they say they're a religion.
Yeah.
And they're certainly not a religion of peace. We know that. I remember the Beirut bombing of the Marine barracks. When was that? 79? There's a few people here that might be younger than that,
I remember
but
when they took all of our citizens hostage for
that's another one.
444
These
days.
people have been attacking us for decades.
Yes, they have.
What President Trump is doing now, this is my opinion, he is tearing this system apart.
Yes.
Iraq probably was a part of it too, but Iran really is a part of it. It's got to be stopped. You might not like a war. I don't like it. Nobody does. I don't think President Trump does. But he sees the danger if we don't stop these people.
Right.
So my opinion and my suggestion is give them a little bit of time to take care of that business. We don't want them to have a nuclear weapon. We don't want them to have intercontinental ballistic missiles, which they do have now. We know that. They lied about that.
They lie about everything.
It's the nature of their religion
They're
to lie.
encouraged to lie. Yes, they are encouraged to lie.
Yeah, well, I shouldn't say religion. I should cut myself off there because they're gonna. You see what they do, right?
Yeah. That's exactly what they do.
You can't be Christian in their nation, but they want to be Islam in our nation.
Exactly.
Okay, it's got to be stopped before they take over.
That's right.
I don't want to see it happen to my children, grandchildren. I'm sure you don't either.
Amen.
I know I've talked too long. I see them coming. I think I've really covered all the important points. Please do something. If you're not a member of the Republican Liberty Caucus, please join. If you're not in the Republican Party, if you're not a registered Republican, join, because you have to be Republican to vote in the primaries, and that's where elections are won.
And that's-
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.